Good morning. Welcome to this English lesson for grade 6. Today we are going to do a reading comprehension. You have to listen well to it, as afterwards you have to do some exercises based on it. Get ready for this lesson now. For this lesson, you will need your English grade 6 textbook, part 2, and the pages you have to follow are page 35 and page 36. The reading comprehension on page 35 is quite long, so I have divided it into different parts so that it becomes easier for you to understand and work it out. It is an article written by Shekina, a pupil of grade 6 Pink from Alive Primary School for the school magazine. Exercise 1. Read the text below carefully. Visiting a floating bookshop, a unique experience. Last December. Sea Dreams. The gigantic ship with a bookshop came to Mauritius. There was something magical about being in a bookshop on a ship. It was like entering another world. Members of the crew, dressed in their uniform, greeted visitors warmly. Inside a vast room, a wide collection of books was lined on wooden bookshelves. The smell of new books was very pleasant. There were many books for children of all ages, and they were placed in different categories such as board books, mystery books, fiction, comics, and fairy tales. Some young children were looking excitedly at the book covers with colorful illustrations. Older children were reading the summary on the back cover before choosing a book. There were also books on arts, medicine, travel, as well as encyclopedias and dictionaries. Bookworms were busy choosing books by their favorite authors. As the books were not expensive, many visitors had filled their baskets. Members of the crew were ready to help, advise, and answer the questions of visitors. The Sea Dreams was a lively place as many people visited the ship. Different activities had been organized. On the top deck of the ship, some people were enjoying a concert and poetry slams. A documentary about life on the ship was also attracting many people. School children were listening to fairy tales from an audio book and reading e-books. There was also a cafeteria where families could enjoy tea and snacks. Some people were talking to members of the crew who were entertaining them with stories about life on the ship. Alicia, one of them, told us that she recently joined the ship. She had a wonderful time on board, meeting people from all around the world, making friends, and learning new things. Visiting the Sea Dreams was indeed a great adventure. I hope that it will soon come to our island again so that more people can have the opportunity to visit it. Shekinah, grade 6 Pink, Alive Primary School. After listening to the article, it is time to work now. Let's start with exercise 1A on page 36. Fill in the blanks with appropriate words found in the text on page 35. Shekinah, a grade 6 pupil, wrote a magazine article on a special ship which to the island. On the Sea Dreams, there was a where people could buy different types of books. Young children were particularly attracted by the on the book covers. Members of the were very helpful to visitors. Apart from buying books, other had been organized for visitors, like watching a documentary or listening to music. Shekinah thought that visiting the ship had been a great adventure, and she hoped that in the future more people would get to go on board the Sea Dreams. You have to go through the article to find out the missing words. I am giving you some time to complete exercise 1A. You may start now. Let's start with the correction of exercise 1A. Shekinah, a grade 6 pupil, wrote a magazine article on a special ship which came to the island. On the Sea Dreams, there was a bookshop where people could buy different types of books. Young children were particularly attracted by the illustrations on the book covers. Members of the crew were very helpful to visitors. Apart from buying books, other activities had been organized for visitors, like watching a documentary or listening to music. Shekinah thought that visiting the ship had been a great adventure, and she hoped that in the future more people would get the opportunity to go on board the Sea Dreams. Exercise 1B is the second and last activity based on the article. You have to choose the correct answer and circle the appropriate letter. 4 options are given for each number. Only one is the correct answer. Let us go through the 3 numbers. Number 1. Why do we read the summary at the back of the cover? A. To know about the content of the book. B. To see whether the illustration is appropriate. C. To see the autograph of the author. D. To know the end of the story. Number 2. An audio book allows you to A. Read a story. B. Listen to a story. C. Write a story. Or D. Invent a story. Number 3. Ridwan is always curious to learn about the inventions and discoveries. What type of books will interest him? A. Comics. B. Mystery. C. Encyclopedia. Or D. Fairy tales. Here also, I am giving you some time to complete exercise 1B. You may begin the work. Pay attention to the correction of exercise 1B. Number 1. Why do we read the summary at the back of the cover? The correct answer is A. To know about the content of the book. Number 2. An audiobook allows you to. The answer is B. Listen to a story. Number 3. Ridwan is always curious to learn about the inventions and discoveries. What type of books will interest him? And the answer is C. Encyclopedia. I hope you have enjoyed reading the article of Shekinah on the Sea Dreams. Thank you for your attention. Until next time, goodbye and take care.